I mean, I feel like I talked about my visions of the apocalypse before, and during that time, like I I remember one night we were driving back from a protest in downtown Minneapolis, and we were driving along 94, which parallels University Avenue, where there was a lot of just sort of burning and unrest along that street as well. And so there were just like the glowing of fire along the entire highway, and then smoke just pouring over the highway. Like you couldn't really see that far into the distance. And that was like a very apocalyptic image for me. Like it stuck in my brain, and like this is what the end of a certain way of life looks like. Like this is this is a turning point, or some sort of the end of a way of life, which is an apocalypse. But then that next day we like ended up waking up and going back to University Avenue and like helping the shop owners along the university that got looted clean up their shops and like sweep up broken glass and like I don't know, sort which shoes had like a pair and put it on the counter in the pawn shop. And so that next day, it was like sort of the realization that an apocalypse isn't really the end of anything. It's just the end of a way of doing something. The end of a certain mode that you exist in. And it doesn't necessarily need to be like those visions don't necessarily need to be always for the worse. And like going that next day and realizing that like the way that we can change our way of life can be a positive way, and like we can build community and build resilience throughout our communities. And it kind of, I guess it brought to mind like when we face even more pressing issues like climate change, we can either let something change our way of life, like we can kind of quietly allow our lives to change drastically, and sort of succumb to the visions of the apocalypse, which sounds nerdy, but or we can like be proactive in the way that we change our way of life and be able to drive that forward. Like we can build community, we can like, yeah, we can be our own apocalypses in a positive way, I guess. Yeah,
It's what you do with the apocalypse. Is what I'm saying.